Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. Alongside Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce joins us from the sidelines. And a chance to see the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. Taking a look at the Timberwolves, they slipped a bit. Still in the top 10, though.
You know, right now for Utah, they've been on a roll. Victorious in their last 5 outings. Really showing up their #1 seed status.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Utah Jazz. Lauri Markkanen out there with Kyle Filipowski. Then there's Keyonte George. Then it's Jusuf Nurkic. And it's Reed in at the point guard position. And for Philadelphia, they've got Tyrese Maxey. Andre Drummond is out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's Andrew Wiggins. And it's Grimes in at the 2. Down the stretch we come in the NBA season, Grant. What are the contenders honed in on?
Well, B.A., the biggest priority is to have everyone healthy. Without a full deck of cards, it's very tough to win a title. And, of course, maintaining positive momentum wouldn't hurt either.
Now here's Reed. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
As pretty much any coach, that's how he'd like to start the game.
Now Maxey. He played a great game against San Antonio. Here's Drummond. Rebounded by Nurkic. And so it's Reed with it. He brings it up for the Utah Jazz. They're coming off a win against the Nuggets.
And I think they were prepared to face pressure D. But that never materialized, so they took advantage.
And you could sense the difference in energy. They were keyed up, jumping on mistakes. They just outworked them.
And it's going to be a 3-second call. Now Philadelphia with it, and the Jazz haven't been past the second round since 2007. Now trying to build a contender.
Well, B.A., they know in the West that's a tall order. They got to be patient and build this thing from the ground up.
Here's Reed, following that last three-pointer by Philadelphia. Nails it from 3. Reed's got 5.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. The team's shooting a steady diet from outside.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. Maxey finds Embiid. Here's Drummond. Philadelphia moving it around. Wiggins looking around. Off target from the wing.
Yeah, you have to knock those down. Open shots inside the arc are rare in this league.
There's a screen by Nurkic. Reed passes to Nurkic. There's the double team with Wiggins. 5 to shoot. Back to Reed. Kicks it to George. 3-pointer. And again, it's Utah with a 3.
Yeah, how about the recognition by George? He saw that shot clock going down.
Screen by Embiid. Maxey passes to Embiid. Back to Maxey. Fires the 3. Good. And the assist to Embiid. Maxey's gotten his second bucket.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hi, guys. Will D in their last time out against Denver delivered quite a performance. He contributed 20 points, and he was dealing assists all around. And with the flashy numbers he put up in that one, it's worth the price of admission just to see how he follows it up. Guys?
Allie, we appreciate the update. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on, see if he can't replicate that performance.
Now here's Reed. 20 points for him last game against Denver.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Ooh, the range of Maxey is pretty impressive. He is consistent from beyond the arc.
Nurkic finds Reed. Nurkic just screen on Maxey. Back to Nurkic. And Nurkic throws it down.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
And it'll be Philadelphia with their first timeout of the game here.
Philadelphia is brought to the court, your sixth-seven ENT.
A new lineup here for Philadelphia. And a switch here also for Utah. Bailey's checked in. .107 left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Bona. Here's Edgecombe. Reed defending. Clock at 6. Utah with the rebound.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without fouling.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, B.A.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Pass to Bona. Now Edwards. Here's Edgecombe. The Sixers again can't hit.
I mean, that's the shot to take. He just couldn't get it to go.
And it's good for 2. And that's 11 points for D.
Yeah, every coach wants assisted buckets. Guys like George, they move the ball.
Outside McCain. Here's Edgecombe. And that's not going to go. And so it's the Utah Jazz with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. They're communicating well and stringing together stops. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck. Here's Maxey. He's got 11. No good off the front rim. Utah leading by 8. And for the Sixers, the growth of Tyrese Maxey has meant everything, Grant.
Oh, my. His growth, both with his play, but also with his leadership, has meant a lot. And he has such a joyful energy. It really helps hold this team together.
And here's Oubre from the arc. Yes, and it's Edwards picking up the assist. Oubre's got 6 points in the quarter. Utah has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Here's Reed. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And he continues to shoot a perfect percentage. Clearly a big reason why they're up right now.
And here is Maxey. So versatile on offense, averaging around 23.5 points per contest.
Well, he started out with 3 triples in the first quarter, but he hasn't been able to connect from distance here in the second.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game. And that's his second foul. I don't know if they'll sit him. It's a tough decision.
And the 76ers making a change here. Embiid's checked in. Nurkic is checked in for Utah. Maxey against Reed. It's McCain on the wing. Off target from three-point range.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
And when a team is able to play different ways with lineup versatility, how valuable is that to you as a coach?
Well, look, B.A., the best teams simply have to be able to win in different ways. They've got to be able to win with their offense, win with their defense. They've got to be able to win in an up-tempo game. They've got to be able to win in a grinded-out half-court game. If you've only got one way you can win, the best opponents will be able to take that away. Versatility is a must.
And a contract extension this summer for Jazz head coach Will Hardy.
Well, one of the youngest head coaches in the league. He has the respect of all of the other head coaches. He's part of that Spurs coaching tree, and his extension runs through 2031, which is a nice commitment from the Jazz.
George, he's checked in for Collier. There's a screen by Nurkic. Reed passes to Nurkic. Back to Reed. 6 on the shot clock. Inside. Utah needs to get off a shot here. Sinks it. What range from downtown. Reed's got 19 points.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Joel Embiid is trying to stay on the court, and to that end, he's lost weight and he's embraced wearing a knee brace. He said, it's the right thing to do, giving me the support for the rest of my career. It may not look as good as it used to, with the jab or the pull-up and all of that stuff, but it'll still work. Ryan, back to you.
Trying to stay healthy. Thanks a lot, Allie. Utah moving the ball around. Fast break. Here comes Philadelphia. Oh, Andrew Wiggins taking flight.
Yeah, what a creative dunker Wiggins is. Really fun watching him rise up and finish with power.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. McCain's checked in for the Sixers. Here in March, things are heating up. Let's check out the teams in the West. You take a look at Utah. They're in the pole position right now for the top seed in the conference.
Now, checking out the Jazz, they've just been relentless coming out of the gates. And what I love is that everyone is focused. You couldn't have asked for a better start.
Yeah, and it's to no one's surprise. This is a well-run, well-coached organization. They have a strong culture. They're going to be a tough out for anyone.
Yusuf Nurkic, shooting 1.
Yeah, they're playing a much more physical game here in the second quarter.
76ers trail by 16. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Pass to Embiid. Now here's McCain. Wiggins outside. Launches it. Rebound, Utah. And this is their first time matched up with Philadelphia this year.
Not exactly the biggest game on the season schedule, but both teams are capable of flashing serious potential.
And last year they split their season series, so this is a chance for one of them to get the upper hand on the other.
Pass to Drummond. And here's McCain. Reed defending. And here's Embiid. 2 points. That one goes.
I love the confidence Embiid plays with, especially this close to the rim.
There's a screen by Nurkic. Reed passes to Nurkic. And Nurkic throws it down.
In terms of offense, they've been the more efficient team by far.
Well, I think it's because they're calling sets that really match up well with their personnel.
And so it's Utah feeling confident. 18-point lead to win that quarter. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. Back to the game after this break.
Hi, everyone. Let's start things off by checking out the Player of the Month award recipients. For the West, D.
When it comes to running the offense, he's been exceptional, making smart play calls and setting the tempo.
He is definitely the leader they need him to be, and the production speaks for itself. And let's move on to that first half. Talk about a rough start for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Number one goal in the offseason, get yourself some rim protectors. The guys you have cannot do it.
And credit their opponent for relentlessly exploiting that here. Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for Philadelphia. They trail by 18. Next up, they'll face the Hawks in Atlanta. It'll be the front end of a two-game road trip. Joel Embiid is out there with Andre Drummond. Then it's Andrew Wiggins. Then there's Quentin Grimes. And it's Maxey in at the one. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. To the left side wing. Reed in the post. Maxey covering. Just 4 to shoot. Reed passes to Nurkic, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. 76ers trail by 15. Outside Grimes. Pass to Maxey. Three-pointer. And his fifth basket. Now 5 for 8. Looking comfortable out there.
And just so good at playing at high speed. Maxey gets the ball and takes the fast shot.
And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. It's Reed with a drive. A slam dunk by Reed.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Philadelphia's gotten 6 of 13 shots to go from outside the arc. Outside Grimes, down low. Here's Maxey. It's tipped.
Well, that's a great job by Markkanen, using his 7-foot frame. You forget how long he is.
Reed passes to Nurkic. Back to Reed. 6 to shoot. Pass to Nurkic. Here's Reed. Puts up a deep three. The shot no good.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, maybe.
That's one of those heat check shots. And heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
Reed for 3. And the three-pointer goes. Reed's got 5 points now this quarter.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
And here's Maxey outside. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
12 consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Attention, everybody out there. Now coming on the court, your Sixers DNT. Let me hear you. Make the noise.
And a look now at the rookies that have been on fire lately. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for the 8 seconds. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Jared McCain.
Effective field goal percentage is a great way to measure his performance over the previous 10 games. It's been much improved, a sign that his game has been evolving.
Bailey's checked in for Utah. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And it's Maxey missing.
Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed.
A slam dunk by Reed.
Oh, excellent way to pad the lead.
Yeah, especially when it's your one throwing it down like that.
It shows you're able to attack the rim from any position.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
You know, Maxey's willing to play a secondary role, but he can also take charge when needed.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. The Sixers, they want to get over the top. Joel Embiid said, I've accomplished everything individually, but there's one thing missing, which is to win a championship. We have to do whatever it takes to make sure that in the postseason I'm healthy and as dominant as I've ever been. Brian, back to you.
His health is key. Allie, we appreciate the report. A quick shot there. It's off target.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass. And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here. Hanging up there like that. 76ers trail by 15. Philadelphia calls timeout.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
Well, if you're just going to let them score inside at will, you might as well pack your bags.
Different look here for Utah. Niang, he's checked in for Nurkic. Anderson comes in for Filipowski. And it's Collier in for Reed. .58 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's McCain. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Group getting ready for Utah. Nurkic is checked in for Niang. Filipowski comes in for Anderson. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Bailey. And Reed subbed in for Collier. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard the 76ers coach as he addressed the team. He really emphasized rim protection. He said to his guys, I want us to cut down on the easy looks inside. No more of that. It's a simple ask that could have a big impact.
Thank you for that, Allie. So the Jazz 5 right now. Filipowski out there with Lauri Markkanen. Then it's Jusuf Nurkic. Then there's George. And it's Reed in at the 1.
At 7 feet tall, Embiid looks to dunk often, especially when he's got good positioning.
Maxey against Reed. Shot clock at 6. Knocks down the trifecta.
Well, after dropping in 2 triples in the first half, he's now matched that mark here in the second half, and I wouldn't be surprised to see more of that.
Maxey. Nurkic with a rebound.
And they've committed to controlling the boards, and it's paying dividends.
Count it!
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage. They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? Here's Maxey. We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. Here's Embiid. From deep. Nurkic with a rebound. Jazz leading by 12. And a quick 2 as he powers it in.
I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness. Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Oh, nice setup for the slam.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Jazz.
Their transition game was the standout for me. Created a lot of extra pressure pushing the ball.
I agree. They took control of the tempo and were really dictating the terms of the game.
No surprise, another victory for these guys who have been on a tear all year long. They've now won 62 games.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for D.
Well, just a fantastic job of distributing the ball. When you're able to see the floor like that and take advantage of what the defense gives you, it's huge.
Wiggins outside. Outside Embiid. There are usually 1 or 2 mid-season coaching changes in the NBA every year. Can those energize a team, Grant?
You know, B.A., we've seen it give teams a boost in the past, but only on occasion. Usually it's a last-ditch effort in a doomed season or simply just turning the page. Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door on them.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Outside Maxey. Here's Drummond. Just 5 to shoot. From downtown, it's money from deep. Utah with the ball. They're on a 13-3 run. Outside Reed. Oh, he finished it off. A beauty of a pass.
Excellent effort on the road. They've literally sucked the energy out of this arena.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion. Well, with the way he's scoring right now, they're just going to keep feeding him.
Utah foul. Reed, 3rd personal foul. 15 foul.
The first free throw is good.
Philadelphia, Tyrese Maxey.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. So we see the Jazz taking the W here. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Now, shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
All right, let's send it over to the sidelines to Jennifer Quintana.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with MP, one of the stars of tonight's game. A strong scoring night for you, MP, reaching the 20-point threshold and a win for your team. That's a good night at the office.
It was all right. Win's always good, but I know I can play a lot better than that.
Ooh, how so?
I get buckets, Jennifer Quintana. You know this. 20 points, that's light work for me. But it's all good. Again, a win's a win. Next game, I know I'll drop 40 points.
Can't wait to see it, MP. Thank you.
Hey, maybe 60.
Over to you, B.A.
All right, thanks, Jennifer. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. See you next time.